Well, thanks for joining us in another episode of Money TV. I'm Don Baillargeon. So glad you could be with us. Money TV is the program all about money and what makes it happen. Now, I'm sure at one time or another you've thought to yourself how wonderful it could have been to be one of the original investors in companies like Facebook, Google, even Starbucks. Early investors in companies like those have reaped many millions of dollars in wealth as a result. Problem is, you had to know someone to get in, literally. Now, the old SEC rules regarding private placement memorandums, which are the building blocks of new company investor offerings, required that the company had to prove a pre-existing relationship. You know, maybe you were a relative or a roommate in college, a sorority sister, or a member of the same Rotary Club. One also had to be what is known as an accredited investor, meaning you had a net worth of at least $1 million, not including one's personal residence, or a verifiable income of at least $200,000 per year for the last couple of years. Those two basic rules kept a lot of people out. Now the rules have changed, and it's the most significant change in the investing world in more than 80 years. Now, as much as I like to spend time in this segment of the program calling attention to things I think Washington does wrong, in this case, federal lawmakers actually did something right. It's called crowdfunding, and if you haven't heard the term before, get ready to have it become part of your daily vocabulary. Crowdfunding gives investors and startup companies a chance to get together without many of the previous rules and regulations that built a wall between them. Currently, under a 90-day SEC review, the loosened crowdfunding rules will allow smaller investments into smaller companies. It's a way for small companies and entrepreneurs to get their concept past the idea phase into practical testing and even application. Before, well, it was larger amounts of money from smaller groups of people. Pretty hard to do. Now think of smaller investments from a greater number of people. Much easier to accomplish. Investors also will no longer have to be accredited. They'll no longer have to prove a pre-existing relationship with the entrepreneurs. And if the company invested in takes off and becomes a success, they can share in the riches. Now, is there a risk? Absolutely. The risk is enormous. Most startup companies fail for many reasons. No two failure stories and no two success stories are alike. But an investor will have to measure the lure of potential reward against the risk of losing their entire crowdfunding investment. Here on Money TV, we will, as we've been doing since 1996, continue to bring to you interesting and exciting people with interesting and exciting businesses, technologies, concepts, and ideas. Some of these companies will be seeking crowdfunding investments, and it'll be up to you to determine through your research and due diligence if the potential reward is worth the certain risk. As has been the case with Money TV from our very beginning, we're not going to make any recommendations, we're not going to offer any opinions, nor will we participate in the ownership of shares or investment offerings of any company which appears on the program. We do think this is an exciting and groundbreaking investment industry direction, and we hope you'll continue to invite us into your homes to watch as you have for 18 years. Now here's something we also offer to you free. It's our toll-free number, good from anywhere in the world you're watching the program, 888-259-4449. When you do call, be sure and ask to be added to the subscription list of our Money TV newsletter. Again, toll-free from anywhere in the world, 888-259-4449. On your mobile phone, just text Money TV to go 800 or 46800. Be sure to visit us at moneytv.net. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.